I keep staring at myself in this. And this angle's a little different. But I press play even before I'm ready, because otherwise I'm never gonna start. Anyway, excuse how I look and how my room looks. I'm going to always make excuses. I just walked in from work. It's like 3 in the morning. So I'm gonna try to keep this short. I'm gonna try to keep this quiet. So I may want to bring you closer to me. I don't know. I'm also using a different tripod. Also ignore, you're gonna notice it now. Anyway, I know what I'm about. So we're gonna be talking about another blaster. Volume 1, Chapter 3. Because I might be getting rid of this one soon. Have an interested person. I need to go ahead and do it. So it is the Nerf Dart Tag Speedloader 6. It's kind of a big bitch. Like, it's a big boy. Like, much larger than a lot of... Well, let's see, what was out at the time? It came out in 2011, which... What? The Rampage? No, the Raider had come out. I don't even know if Elite was technically out yet. Anyway. Sorry, I'm kind of tired. But, so this came out, it was kind of like a... They were going back to the... I say going back, but like my memory may be failing me a little bit. But they were doing... Because like for a while, you know, they were doing like the Velcro tips, the suction darts. Then they did then they came up with N-Strike, and then that kind of dominated things for a little while. And then they did another dart tag line with like Velcro vests. Yeah, whatever. Well, Velcro vests to try like competition speedball type thing. So they came out with like the Swarm 16, which folks really like to modify and whatnot. And then there was a pump action one that was, I think that one may have also been a 16. I didn't really get into this line very much, but I always had like I had an interest in this particular blaster because it's different than a lot of other ones. It's not like other blasters. Let me unload this magazine real quick. It has a magazine. It's integral though. And if y'all know anything about me, everybody say at the same time, Lauren likes integral magazines. You know. Love them. Everybody knows this about me. Anyway. My dream in Nerf is to basically just have a bolt-action rifle that I can top off at any point. The Caliber pretty much does this, but I would rather it be bolt-action. Yes, I understand the structural problems that would come with that. Don't care. Yes, I know that the Indra exists. Does not have an open chamber in the top. I know, I have one. Haven't done a video about it yet. But this one, you can top off the magazine from, well, the top. You can get top at any time with this. It's a cool thing in that, like, you load it, so it's so wide because the magazine is, like, here, and then when you pull the slide back, the chamber rotates into place like that to grab that first dart and then bring it back. So now you can load a dart and have this ready, and they just push in. Now, of course, these used to use the Velcro tip or the Whistler darts, but they will shoot. They didn't shoot streamlines well, but that was because nothing did. So, you know, I'm just putting in some random darts. It's got a little window here in the side. With like, I'm laughing because I was like, oh, I'll show that there's like spring retention, but then I realized I had filled it up. It's not particularly powerful, but what was at the time. I think it's a reverse plunger. That was hot at the time. It's not N-Strike compatible because it's not an N-Strike blaster. Go figure. It's got an unjamming door right here, which you can imagine this probably, I don't know, if you run it kind of hard, it's kind of funky. I'm gonna aim at the teal again. I know this is a different angle, but like this is big. It's kind of, it reminds me about the gun from Psycho-Pass, the anime Psycho-Pass. But it also kind of looks like the Fortnite blasters, just how they have like the wide barrel profiles, just to make them look less realistic. I actually bought this before I started playing Fortnite again. You might can hear this music in the background. I played it a few times when it came out, and I was like, this isn't for me. And now I'm a sucker. Anyway, so you might notice it's a little neutered. It's not really pushed out a whole lot. That being said, I do believe I took this apart at one point. I did put everything back, but sometimes I just have I have that natural touch of making everything I touch a little bit worse. But see, like, what I really like about it is that unlike a lot of the, you know, slide prime blasters at the time, that I would actually include the Maverick in this, that you couldn't load the blaster without modifying it, of course. You couldn't load the blaster while also, you know, you couldn't cock the blaster while also loading it. So, like, you could prime a Maverick, but I don't remember if you could open the cylinder as far as it could go. But this allowed you to have one in the chamber and then... So, really cool idea, but a lot of these open magazine, open chamber concepts tend to not work very well. Tends to be more of a thing that works in firearms and not necessarily anything else, which is stupid and dumb, and I think that people aren't trying hard enough. Says the person who is not an engineer and knows nothing about it. A little bit about it. That's through osmosis. So, I understand. Actually, there was the Nerf Shadow Ops line. I think it's called Shadow Ops. It was the clear blasters that came out recently. I have one sitting around here somewhere. Excuse me. So, like, it may have been called the Ghost Ops. Ghost Ops sounds about right. This is the Evader. It's a semi-auto blaster. This video is not about it, but it does glow in the dark, which is cool. Cool AF. And I like how you can see through it. I mean, it's just kind of harkening back to, like, when shit, like, technology and stuff was, like, see-through, and that was kind of cool. I would love this happening more. Anyway, not about... This video is not about that blaster, it's about this one. Anyway, it was one of that series of blasters that was kind of like that. It was essentially the same thing. In strike compatible open chamber that even while it was cocked, you could load it, and it was all in the same line as opposed to it being like two parallel lines where the chamber rotates. And excuse me, I'm kind of like warm, and when I get warm, I do this thing where I sweat. I don't know if y'all do that. Anyway, cool concept. Love it. I love that shit. Bad blaster. Not a good blaster. Fun, but sadly not the kind of fun that justifies the downfall. Like like, I love blasters that are fun and are cool. I like blasters that are neat. What the fuck? No, but like, even if it is bad, if it doesn't perform very good, if it's like a neat idea, like at the time, the sledge, like before modding and all that stuff was like at least a little bit more known or whatever, or they were more performance focused, I was a huge fan of the Sledgefire, even though it sucked at the time. But like, it was fun. It was a break action shotgun. I'm from the South. I fucking love break action shotguns. So like, anyway, fun concept. It allowed you to be, you know, load on the fly during your high intensity dart tag battles, which when we were playing with dart blasters when I was 2011. I was actually a senior in high school at the time. We were doing humans versus zombies in like a local neighborhood, we weren't using these. We were using like Spectres and Recons, and I don't even know if the Retaliator was out yet. The Stampede came out around that time, and you know there was a lot of like, say hello to my little friend, you know, that kind of shit. Anyway, long story, I'll empty the mag. It's not particularly accurate. I wouldn't even call this a sidearm, because you can't really holster it. There's no really where it can go. It's kind of cumbersome. I mean, that's the... Can you tell what's happening? Hold on. This is for the thumbnail. But it just, you can hear the echo of the blasting happening inside of it, and it just doesn't inspire a whole lot of confidence. Again, neat blaster, neat concept. It's a type of construction I love. Which, I mean, all those shots did land pretty much in that square, but you could tell it was like a little... I would not even say that this was 70. I mean, this is pre-elite, so 70 feet per second was probably not established yet. I would put this closer to 50 feet per second without a chronograph right now. Again, neat blaster. I was glad to get my hands on one. I'm also kind of glad to get rid of it just because there's a lot of... It's big blaster. Like, for comparison... Hammer shot. Like, little baby, big baby. Alright, that's enough. Thanks for watching. See ya.